you weren't gonna serve her because she's black?
No, I don't like it.
What'd you say?
No, let's go.
Okay, well, what'd you say then?
Let me get this clear. This woman right here, this individual does not represent the Asian community.
My only problem with ICE is that they're going after every minority group except black people. I mean, you're trying to reduce crime.
People are calling the boycott of Asian businesses collective punishment. You know, I can see why they think that, but for me personally, I'm holding off on that assessment. You need to realize this is a very natural response, in my personal opinion, and it's
So this person is the same person as this person. And this person. And she has something that she would like to get off her chest, maybe more off her back. But, you know, just a heads up, I'm going to speed it up a little bit because slow talker.
So clearly, we all know who I am.
Let me get this clear. This woman right here, this individual does not represent the Asian community. Her POC card is revoked. She is not a person of color anymore. White people, you can have her. The reason why I'm saying this is because I'm sick and tired of seeing my Asian people in the comments talking about, I apologize on her behalf. I apologize for her behavior. Oh my God, I am so ashamed of being Asian. Shut the fuck up. You shouldn't apologize for someone else, bro. Real shit. Like, she is not even part of our community, so don't even. Why would we let this woman represent our community when she's making us look bad? No, she is not Asian. Period.
Excuse me. Did you tell my sister you weren't gonna serve her because she's black?
No, I don't like it.
What'd you say?
No, let's go.
Okay, well, what'd you say then?
Okay, what in the teriyaki chicken is this? I'm not making this video so that you can voice your racism in the comments. I'm making this video to say that this is wrong. This is not okay. Not okay. Now imagine that Asian man go to any business establishment and someone mistaken him or associated him with another Asian man and then refused service. Or imagine someone did that to me. I would be livid, to say the least. Anyway, what are your thoughts? Post your comments.
So this person is the same person as this person. And this person. And she has something that she would like to get off her chest, maybe more off her back. But, you know, just a heads up, I'm going to speed it up a little bit because slow talker.
So clearly, we all know who I am. This is what you guys have all been waiting for because a blacked out screen with words on it is just not doing justice. I have apologized and apologized and apologized, and honestly, I don't know what else to say. I'm not going to sit there and fight with over 6 million people on the internet that, you know, I will never meet or encounter with in my life. But what I can do is sit here and apologize to all of you guys in video, which you guys want, because I realized that my behaviors were unacceptable, and I realized that my behavior, you know, hurt a lot of people's feelings, and that was never my intention. I was very immature that night and very out of character. I am still very young, you know, and I am still learning. You know, I didn't have family there to teach me right from wrong, but I am well aware that what is right from wrong, you know, basic, you know, and I screwed up that night. I did apologize to her after the live, and, you know, she proceeded to post the video, so I can only apologize so many times before I'm like, okay, you know, this is the end of it. I have nothing else left to say. I have to eventually learn, and I've got to move past this because I'm not going to dwell on something I've already apologized for a million times over and over and over again. I'm a mother. I have to take care of my responsibilities, you know, my priorities, and my son is my huge one. You guys have contacted my school, my family, my friends. I mean, you guys have gotten to me through my emails. You guys have gotten to me through old accounts. Like, there's nothing left for me to say, no matter how many times I say I'm sorry to the entire Asian community, which, again, I really do apologize. It's not going to change anything. You guys are still going to hate me, and you guys are still going to, you know, have some type of feeling towards me. And that's okay. You know, it's, what's that word I'm looking for? It's expected. But, I mean, I'm sorry, again, to Gemini Jury. I apologize sincerely, I do, to the entire Asian community. Once again, I apologize. And to everybody else's feelings who I hurt and, you know, I affected in their lives. That was never my intention. I I just want to move past this. I want to go back to living my life. I want to go back to taking care of my son in peace and not worrying about somebody trying to come here and kill his mother or kill him or whatever the threats you guys were making. Anywho, thank you for listening.
I don't know. This sounds a lot like, okay, if I say I'm sorry, will you leave me alone kind of thing. There's no, I'm listening to the community that I offended and I really want to take the time to, learn and unlearn, the things that got me to this place or whatever. And you should be listening to the community that you harm, but you can't if the comments aren't even on your video. And I think the thing that really just compels me to say yeah, no, I don't forgive you is that in her first video where she just, wrote text on it, the only other person she tagged other than the Korean woman from the original video was a white man. You guys know I love Jolly. I love him to death. But why was he the only other person tagged in her apology? The fuck? Ridiculous. So I don't know. I don't know how you feel about it, but I'm not really inclined to forgive her, nor do I think that she actually cares if I forgive her. But yeah, I don't want to, especially not this fucking month. And this goes without saying, but I'll say it again until I'm blue in the face. I do not condone harassment. I do not condone bullying, and I do not condone death threats of any kind ever.
The Asian community is literally so anti-black, and it literally fucking pisses me off. We are literally so uneducated, uninformed, just misinformed, everything about the black community, and it pisses me off. And it just boggles my mind how a lot of Asians see black people as beneath them. I shit you not, I literally saw someone on my story and I literally was so gagged. I was like, are you serious right now? And I sent him a message, ask him if he's being serious about this. This guy is Bhutanese. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing it, but I guess he got some kind of spray tan or whatever because he's doing some kind of stupid movie shoot or whatever. Roy posts on his story and says, because his skin is 10 shades darker or something, he said, "Can I say the N-word now?" with a ninja emoji next to it. I slid up so fucking quick and I asked this man, are you fucking serious right now? And guess what? That man left me on red. Need I say again that he is not black? He is Bhutanese from Bhutan or whatever the fuck you pronounce it. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing it. Quite honestly, the Asian community is literally so underhandedly racist to the black community, and it just, not to mention the black community is one of the most supportive of marginalized groups that has ever uplifted the Asian community and actually put effort into supporting us. I'm probably gonna piss a lot of Asians off for saying that, but it's literally the truth and I fucking see it for what it is.
My only problem with ICE is that they're going after every minority group except black people. I mean, you're trying to reduce crime. You can just give them more room to breathe. But I understand, can you imagine the shape you have to be in to deport black people?
Did y'all feel all that hate? That was not a joke. That was just hate. Because there's nothing funny about wishing harm on another community. It's nothing funny to wish that harm comes to another community. The black Americans in the audience were not laughing, and this man clearly is not living up to his stereotype of being smart, because there's no such thing as an undocumented black American. Black Americans cannot be deported. And he want to talk about crime. Let's talk about the massage parlors, right? All that human trafficking, all that SMEX trafficking. Where do you think the terms came from? Me love you long time. Human trafficking, SMEX trafficking. Maybe ICE need to pay K-Town a visit. Maybe ICE need to pay Chinatown a visit, because I'm pretty sure they could save a lot of kidnapped women, a lot of women that's being trafficked from these industries. So it's funny how, nobody wish harm. The black American community never wish harm on another community.
A black man and an Asian woman get into an argument. The black man tells the Asian woman, fix your makeup. The Asian woman tells the black man, fix your skin color.
Fix your makeup.
I wish that was a shitty joke, but it's a real thing that just happened. This is a pretty viral clip, but I think there's a lot of things about it that people haven't talked about yet. First of all, I don't know why everyone is shocked that an Asian woman can be racist to another minority. Racism does not discriminate. If you think only white people can be racist, you have never been around Asian elders. You have never been to a barbershop. You have never been to a carne asada. Second of all, people being like, it's just a joke. It wasn't that deep. It was never that deep. It was just a playful insult. Every situation deserves context, okay? If you're with your group of friends and you guys talk like that normally, it's playful and you know it's friendly, that's chill. That's fine. If it's a comedian and a comedy show, you know they're going to be against the grain. You know they're going to try to push your buttons, push the limits on it. Okay, understandable. But a random interaction with someone you don't know, that's not the time to go straight racist. She's an adult. Her first instinct in a playful argument should not be going straight Call of Duty lobby. And you're saying, oh, what could she have said? I don't know. Like, hey, fix those fucking stupid ass glasses. You look stupid. They don't fit your face. They make you look like a nerd, but you're not a nerd because you're not smart. Out the dome. That was just playful, by the way. No hate towards him. Do I think that girl's apology was genuine on her Instagram story? Probably not. She's probably gonna do it again. But do I think the best way to chastise her is to insult her and try to get her entire life ruined? Probably not. If I was being hateful towards parents and a group of parents went and ruined my life, like saying, picked up my parents off from their house and dropped them off a cliff, I would probably hate parents for the rest of my life. But if the parents talk to me and they're like, yo man, that wasn't cool, try to educate me, I'd be cool with it.
People are calling the boycott of Asian businesses collective punishment. You know, I can see why they think that, but for me personally, I'm holding off on that assessment. You need to realize this is a very natural response in my personal opinion, and it's very mild in the sense that I'm seeing people bring up collective punishment in the sense like, oh, people saw one thing and then they took it out through violence. They rioted through the streets and attacked their businesses. This is purely just a boycott. This is people choosing not to spend their money at certain businesses. All right. This is perfectly within legal limits. Okay. Another point I want to bring up is even without an organized boycott, people already made up their minds when they saw in the news that another kid has been killed by an Asian business owner. Let's say there is a restaurant franchise, one location accidentally food poisons their clientele and news spreads around, and people around the United States decide to avoid that franchise altogether. Is that collective punishment? I don't really think so, all right? I think collective punishment in this situation would be if people across the United States decides to burn down every single franchise they can find, despite that one specific location being the one at fault. I think you can just argue that this is poor marketing from Asian business owners, all right? The fact that there's already a record of Asian business owners killing black kids, that's horrible marketing. Why would, just think about it for a moment. Do you think the black community would have somewhat concerns shopping at Asian businesses knowing that there's a record of Asian business owners killing black kids? Think about that for a moment. I feel like, again, that's why I feel like this is a natural response. This is a natural response to a kid getting killed. People are going to call this pandering. They're going to call me performative, even call me a traitor. And I understand where they're coming from, but for something like this, I like to try to not have as much ego as possible, because just think about it like this. Let's say there is no boycott. Let's say people react as if nothing happened after this kid tragically died. What type of accountability would you see from the Asian community? What type of action would you see from the Asian community? And I think that is a brutal question, because I worry there won't be any accountability at all.
I really want you guys to watch this video.
You don't go into a black neighborhood without seeing Asian businesses or restaurants or liquor store owners, and vice versa. You don't go into Asian neighborhoods without seeing black customers and black clients that keep our businesses alive. And
you don't go into the black community without seeing Asian businesses and restaurant and liquor store owners. But you don't go into the Asian community without seeing black customers and clients. Do you see the problem there? In just 15 seconds, not only did she show the problem between the black and Asian community, but she shows the problem of the black community and our continuous allowance of us to let other people come in and economically exploit us, and for other people to see and benefit from our economic viability. Everyone but us benefits. Not only is economic exploitation horrible enough, it gets worse than that. They come into our communities and they're very anti-black, and they treat our people disrespectfully, and oftentimes it has led to them taking black lives. This happened in 1991. This happened in 2023. This is a 30-year period and the exact same things are happening. Something is immensely wrong as to why we have still allowed this to continue. The fact that we know how horribly we are treated by these business owners and their communities in our own community, and yet we have still somehow allowed them to be economically benefiting from us, is insanity. And the craziest part of it all is that none of these communities, whether it's Asian, Arabic, or even Palestinian, yes, are bringing in businesses that can benefit us, or that are necessary, are vital to our well-being. We don't need Chinese food to survive. So there's no point of us supporting them. We don't need our nails done to survive. We don't need liquor stores and drugs and horrible food that they're selling us. So the fact that they're able to still have economic viability in our communities is insane. They aren't bringing in hospitals to our communities. They're not bringing in grocery stores to our communities. There is no advantage of Black people allowing Asian businesses, Arabic, Palestinian businesses in our community. We're not even bringing in businesses that are selling products and goods that we could go and resell later that have some type of resale value. So it just is so preposterous that this is continuing to happen. And just if you thought it couldn't get any more silly, in 2020, they came out with Stop Asian Hate. To suggest that Black people were committing crimes against Asians. But if we're the ones who hated them, how are they allowed to open up businesses in our communities, and yet we aren't allowed to open businesses in their communities?
So the Asian community is very, very upset right now. They're throwing a hippie fist. I mean, they literally are saying that we can do whatever, we are ghetto, we're not going to be able to supply Black people. All of these things are being said. All the videos that are circulating around, that majority of the Asian community are saying that Black people, we don't have the tenacity, we don't have the backbone of boycotting because we need to stop eating Chinese food, stop going to nail salon. We're not going to be able to do all of that. So they're making threats. But the thing is, I want to say to all the Asian community, we are not saying, Black people are not saying that we don't love you guys. We're definitely not saying we don't respect you guys. We are only saying that right now, for far too long, when we were disrespected by many of you guys, what we did, we did not do anything about it. We still come back. We forgave. When you walked around and follow us in the nail store, when you talk to us dirty, when we come to the nail salon and you treat us, you talk about us in your language, we still forgave you. We come back. But this time we are only saying Black people need to keep the dollar in the Black community, the same way the Asian keep the money in the Asian community, because you guys send your money back home. You guys don't shop at Black community. I know for a fact because I had a restaurant, same place where a person who is Asian, and we go there and buy their food, but they're never caught dead in my restaurant buying food or trying to support me, even though they know it was me and I support them. So this is all I'm saying. We are not saying that we're not trying to spread hate. We're not trying to spread any hate at all. What we are saying, simply saying that we are going to support each other. Hi guys, hi friend. We're simply saying, hi mama. We're just simply saying that we are going to support the Black community, because for far too long we have been disrespected, been discriminated about, and all this thing going on. We still come back. So now we have to go and support the Black community. And yes, for some of you guys, you're going to be losing money, but majority of you guys are online saying, oh, you guys are going to boycott. Let's see. You guys are like threatening, like we have to buy from you guys. We don't have to buy from you guys. That's the reason why we had Block Wall Street back in the days, because we are powerful. Black people make up 90% of your business that you get is from Black people. We support. We're the shopper. We buy your products. And then when you find out that as we are saying that something dramatic happened and we're going to hold our dollar, instead of you guys saying, what can we do or how can we come together, you guys are out here throwing threat like, oh, let's see you do that and this and that, like as if you're mad that Black people want to support other Black people. Now, when you carry on like that, your business, some of you guys are going to lose a lot of customers. That's why it's cricket in a lot of places that we go. Be careful what you speak out of your mouth. When time like this is very sensitive for us, because we lost a child behind this racist bull that you guys been pulling. And we are going to support our Black people. And no matter what you guys say, that's what we're doing.
To the Black community, I'm sorry. As a Vietnamese American, I am disgusted by those in the Asian community who are more upset about a boycott than the life of innocent Cyrus Carmack Belton. I was recently sitting on the George Floyd bench in Martin Luther King Park in Berkeley, the heart of the Vietnam War protests in the 60s, and was reminded of Dr. King's solidarity with the Vietnamese liberation, which ties to my solidarity with Black liberation. Growing up in the Midwest, I was taught to trust whites and fear Blacks, only to find the opposite is true in my adult life. I've experienced so much kindness and collective care in my interactions with Black folks, both in the US and abroad. Whereas the lack of consciousness or care around the violent systems created by and for white folks when trying to speak to white folks about it is astounding and makes me feel incredibly unsafe with most of them. Asian folks watching this, with internalized white supremacy who prefer proximity to white power over collective liberation, know that you are just a pawn being used by white supremacy in this model minority myth to divide and conquer. And if you had a negative one-on-one encounter with a black person, remember that white violence at a systemic level kills millions upon millions and allows for one-on-one interactions with white folks to seem surface level nice because they're not forced into daily survival mode due to the privilege they've carved out with their massive systemic violence. So do not trust white nice because it turns unsafe real quick as soon as you dig beneath the surface to see that most white folks do not care that Western white supremacy culture is killing black and brown folks daily. So while systemic trauma might have caused a negative one-on-one interaction with a black person for you, remember that black people are not killing millions of people on a systemic level. Remember how black people played a central and pioneering role in the Vietnam War protests and stood in solidarity with oppressed Asian people. Do not abandon our allies. We owe the black community so much because our rights as non-white people in the US were hard fought for by black folks. So thank you to the black community for all that you do. Rest in power, Cyrus Carmichael.
So apparently it's being said that us, the black community, the collective, is planning on burning down their businesses. Let me get this really straight and clear through people's thick skulls, okay? One, we have not threatened to burn down anything. We simply said we will not be giving you our dollars. It's called group economics. We are not even calling a boycott anymore. It is simply spending our money with our own, directing our dollars in our own communities. And we have every right to do that, just like you do. We are not burning down anything. We are not giving you a insurance payout because that's all it's going to do. No, we're not doing that. We're simply not coming in there any longer. All black people need to be making posts on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and every other platform that you possibly can to push this out and get the word out. We need to get off that individualism that want to shine on and stunt on each other and shine together as a collective. The collective is more important. Now they are lying on us, trying to get an insurance payout. Absolutely not. That is not what we're going to do. Just like we said, we wasn't out there boycotting and we're not doing it. We're practicing group economics. Simple as that. That's it. That's all that's going on. Period, point blank. Stay at a Target. Hell, stay at a Walmart. And if you have to go in those stores, essentials only. Period. Essentials only. Stay out of the McDonald's and then Burger Kings and all that greasy too. Cook at home. I just made some fried potatoes, real potatoes, not the instant stuff, the real potatoes. Steak bites and shrimp and a side salad and some garlic bread. Cook at
The Black American community, with Black Americans saying let's boycott some Asian businesses, and Asian Americans saying stop attacking our people.
Black people are not the #1 perpetrators of Asian hate crime. It's actually white people. Black people make up over half of the hate crimes in America against us for being black. Also, majority of those hate crimes are committed from white people. The annoyance comes from your need and your want and the thriving off of the proximity to whiteness and disrespecting and disliking black people that fought for these laws for your people to be in this country. And I know that's very cliche, but you have to understand something. Black people never committed any atrocity against your people. And if you can name one, then name one. I'm talking about as a race. I'm talking about going to your country and raping and pillaging your people, impregnating your women and leaving those women to raise those babies alone, killing children and women. We have never done that. Never. But I know who has done it. Exactly. All those spaces that y'all want to be included in, and you want to cast out black people as if we're some type of eyesore or a race that's unimportant, like we didn't literally set these laws in place for y'all to be able to come over here and live the life that y'all live. That's where the anger comes from. Y'all are so blinded by this proximity to whiteness that y'all don't understand that they don't like y'all neither.
One man's actions should not justify demonizing an entire community.
The word that you meant to say was boycotting, not demonizing. And then you explain something that's not actually demonizing at all, actually. Calling in food orders and not picking them up. We talk about demonizing. We're talking about, oh, this person stole out of the store, so every other black person that comes into the store, we're gonna follow them around and we're gonna accuse them of stealing. This person, I think that they're stealing, so I'm gonna follow them outside because I know black people steal. I'm gonna follow them outside and I'm gonna shoot and I'm gonna pew them. That is demonizing. That's also generalizing. The reason why we targeted y'all is because y'all are the ones that are in our neighborhood. We don't have very many white-owned businesses in our neighborhood, but we have y'all. So a lot of the racist encounters and the demonizing encounters come from people that look exactly like you, that are in a country that was fought for rights by people that look exactly like me. If the black dollar wasn't important, why do y'all have so much to say? Why is there such an uprising? Why is there so much anger towards black people? Because we don't want to shop with y'all no more. So it's protect the black dollar, not the black people. And that's where the problem comes in, that we're not just a dollar. We have feelings and we have some shit going on in this country, and we don't feel like y'all are too much responsible for us. But if you're making millions and sometimes billions of dollars off of our dollar, then something needs to be done. Somebody got to motherfucking wake up, and I don't know who it is, whether it's just black people, Asian people, or the minorities as a whole, but let me tell y'all something. The solidarity comes from y'all recognizing where y'all are going wrong. because we've been supporting y'all. But where's the support when it comes to us? That's where the problem comes in at. Please understand that there is a rift between the Asian community and the black community. Please understand that we are not the only ones that are profiting off of y'all culture. And I'm going off on a tangent, but let's just be clear. Boycott all black music then. If you don't want us to boycott y'all businesses, boycott all black music. And what I mean by that, you also have to boycott all the music that is influenced by black culture and black music. K-pop, C-pop, J-pop. That includes any rap in any song. Any black culture influenced outfit. That wouldn't have barely any songs left. Two can play that game. It's really not an issue. We're just being honest. Where there's supposed to be love and respect for the black community, there's a lot of disrespect there. That's what we don't like. And we're calling y'all out on it. Don't try to turn it around. Well, such and such did this and such did that. We're also bringing millions of dollars into your businesses every year. When I go into a lot of these restaurants, I don't see nobody but the people that look like me and some Hispanic people. Honestly, I feel like black and Asian people have a responsibility to take care of each other because we literally take care of each other. When it comes to this survival as a minority in America shit, we literally take care of each other. You have a service and I got the money. Bam, that should have been the solidarity there. I feel like somehow y'all missed the mark. And maybe we did too by allowing y'all to treat us the way that y'all have been treating us. But no more. Fortunately, y'all are gonna have to feel us because we're a little bit tired.
A bunch of Asians fighting at a concert in California, yelling and calling each other the N-word. I feel like it's a discussion that we gotta have because why do so many non-black people feel like the N-word makes them feel more empoweredly aggressive? You know what I'm saying? Make it where wherever they ready to do this shit, all of a sudden N-word this, N-word that. I'm talking about not an N-word in sight. You know what I mean? It's something about California too. You feel me? Whether I'm in the Bay Area, whether I'm in SoCal, it's something about Asian communities and Latino communities using the N-word more than actual N-words. It makes me really think about you may want the rhythm, but you don't want the blues, or everybody want to be an N-word until it's time to be an N-word. If I'm getting philosophical, it's almost like the fungibility of blackness and black people make them feel like they can pick up our cultural aesthetics and use it as a costume anytime they feel like it, especially when they feel like they got to put on a particular narrative, a particular character, like rah, then all of a sudden N-word this, N-word that. It's almost like a Freudian slip. This is how y'all really think about N-words, and that's why y'all feel like I got to use this in flared, colorful language when you start talking about getting down.
Guys, there's this beef between black Americans and Asians that has always been there for quite a long time. And black Americans have always come out very clear, very clean, and very smart, and to claim and to point out all these issues that they are facing as black Americans. Do you know black Americans are people who are always being seen as okay, I'll use the words being mistreated because they, when people are trying to make things or to favor things, black people are always seeing the last people to be favored in that direction. So this thing has always been an issue when it comes to black Americans. Now you see there's a lady here who spoke something ill about black Americans, and this really made things escalate even further. And black people came out to claim about that particular thing. They said this lady should apologize with an immediate effect because what she said it was not something very wise. She talked something very immaturely actually, and that brought a lot of attention in this particular platform, and many people told her to apologize, and later she did. But some Asians were not happy when she apologized because they wanted her to just ignore black Americans, and black Americans were so furious about that. And also, guys, remember what about boycott that has been going on. Black people are always meaning what they want to do. So guys, what do you think about this video? Let me know in the comment section. Do you still think that Asian people deserve kind of treatment, or do you think black Americans should forgive them at last? Because right now they seems to have learned their mistake. And let me know, guys, what you think about this video. Remember, guys, this video is for education and creating awareness. And that's how we do in this particular platform. We don't promote hate at any given point, and or discrimination to any other group in this particular platform. And also credit belongs to the original creators of all these videos that we've just seen here. Guys, if you're watching this video and you have enjoyed, let me know in the comment section. And guys, if you're watching and you haven't subscribed, kindly subscribe to this channel, and let me know what you think about this video. Give it a like also. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye for now.